Still shopping?
Well, the good news is there were a lot of great deals out there for last-minute shoppers.
Some gift ideas to solve those last-minute dilemmas. Plus, a bus ride to and from the suburbs. One less stressful way to get to work that will soon take less time. But first, paying tribute to a fallen soldier from Plymouth. 12 News starts right now. Hello, and thanks for joining us. A Plymouth soldier has been identified as one of the 6 troops killed in a suicide bomb attack Monday in Afghanistan.
Yeah, Air Force Major Adriana Vorderbruggen was a Wayzata High School grad and is believed to be the first openly gay American woman killed in combat. Eric Nelson joins us now with more. Eric?
Yeah, Alex and Mike, Adriana Vorderbruggen was a spouse, mom, athlete, pilot, and trailblazer. Her loss has affected many, as the 36-year-old Vorderbruggen definitely made an impact.
She really took a lot of risks and made a big difference.
Adriana Vorderbruggen is now part of U.S. history. She forged a path of equal rights for gays and lesbians in the military.
The major will be one of the people who helped change a really discriminatory policy, and I think that she'll be remembered for that work.
Helping to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell is Vorderbruggen's legacy.
Before Don't Ask, Don't Tell, that the first call wouldn't have been to her wife, and she wouldn't have been able to really be out about who she was in love with and who she was spending her life with. And so I think that part is really important.
Ironically, it was 5 years ago today when the policy was repealed. Vorderbruggen displayed great courage in her battle to force change.
They risked everything when they decided to work to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell. You know, it was a time where you could get discharged. It was a time where, really people were hiding in the shadows.
Vorderbruggen grew up in Plymouth and leaves behind her wife Heather and son Jacob.
Turner had it bounce off.
Vorderbruggen graduated from Wayzata High School in 1998, where she starred in soccer for the Trojans.
Vorderbruggen, though, up with it, and she's got a good foot, and she scores!
Vorderbruggen scored plenty of goals in soccer, but it was her ability to achieve goals in the military that made her unique.
The major was such a trailblazer.
And Vorderbruggen's family will receive full military benefits through the DEAR program. Now, that was not the case before Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Her father, Joseph, told the Associated Press that his daughter loved life and loved the military. He also said of Adriana, whatever goal she had, she found a way. Pretty remarkable, Mike and Alex.
All right, indeed. Thank you. The number of fire fatalities is on the rise, and that has local fire officials urging extra caution this holiday season. So far, 52 people have died in fires this year. In 2014, there were 43 fatal fires. Officials say most of those fires are preventable. This fire occurred in Maple Grove after a homeowner dumped ashes from a fireplace into a trash can. It caught fire, torching the side of the house.
Ashes can stay warm for several days after they've been removed from the fireplace. It's really important that you have a metal can that you could dump the ashes into.
Another fire occurred 6 weeks ago in Maple Grove after the homeowner placed a space heater too close to flammable materials. Another place to be careful, they tell us, is the kitchen. That is the leading cause of fires is from cooking. A Christmas came a few days early for a Brooklyn Park family that has endured a difficult year.
As Delane Cleveland reports, the early celebration came courtesy of a group of Brooklyn Park firefighters who have adopted the family as their own.
Back in July, we met Noah Olenek, an 8-year-old Brooklyn Park child with muscular dystrophy.
How come my other door isn't unlocked?
At the time, the fire department organized a Fill the Boot campaign to help families like Noah's with medical costs.
We go in once a week for physical therapy, and we have checkup appointments to check his respiratory and his muscle function, and yeah, it just really adds up, and they've been wonderful with helping out and compensating what we're unable to do.
From there, firefighters say a bond was formed.
They're just a great group of people, and to see what Noah is dealing with now and what he'll be dealing with in the future is he's 8 right now, and what his future holds is tough enough.
But to make matters worse, tragedy struck Noah's 3-year-old brother Luke in October when his leg was accidentally run over by a lawn tractor.
It opens up a wound in the heart, and we're just trying to do any little thing we can to make their life just a tad bit better.
So, like Santa Claus and his reindeer, a caravan of Brooklyn Park firefighters made their way to the Olenix home Wednesday evening.
All right, if we bring a bunch of firefighters in?
To deliver some Christmas cheer. It's the culmination of donations from firefighters, community members, and local businesses for a family that's endured so much this year.
There's such great people. They really stepped up and helped us a ton and did ease the pain. And they brought a lot of smiles to our family and that had been missing for a while.
Smiles that were made even brighter as the boys got a hands-on look at the fire trucks. The final gesture to cap off a Christmas they'll never forget.
In many ways, yeah. We're very blessed to have Luke still here. It was really scary in the very beginning. We didn't know if we'd lose him. But we have all three of our boys here, and we have lots to be thankful for.
In Brooklyn Park, Elaine Cleveland, 12 News.
Luke has had 6 surgeries since his tractor accident in October. Later this month, he will get his cast taken off to find out if his knee can withstand pressure. Luke's mother said the financial support they received on Wednesday will help get him the best care.
Well, after the holidays, Brooklyn Park Police will offer residents another opportunity to learn more about body cameras. Brooklyn Park Police tested them out during a trial program last fall. They also gave a demonstration to our 12 News team, but there are still some unanswered questions about body cameras, such as how much of the video should be made public and how long the video should be saved. Brooklyn Park Police will hold another community meeting on body cameras on Tuesday, January 5th at 6 p.m. at the Zanewood Rec Center. For those who live and work in the suburbs, using public transit usually means a bus ride to Minneapolis first and then a transfer to a route that goes out to the suburbs.
And that is about to change, however, thanks to a suburb-to-suburb bus service called Route 494. It's early morning at the Maple Grove Transit Station. One commuter after another boards the express bus to downtown Minneapolis. Maple Grove resident Valerie Gingras wouldn't have it any other way.
When you're on the bus, you're not, you can just check your cell or read or just online, so it's much better than driving.
Starting in January, the benefits of that stress-free bus ride will be available to those who work in the suburbs along the 494-169 corridor, where big companies such as Mosaic in Plymouth and Boston Scientific in Maple Grove employ thousands of people.
There's just the option now, you can take a bus instead of having to drive. And with the congestion on 494 and 169, that might be a pretty nice option.
Thanks to a 2-year grant from the state, the 494 bus route will run both south and northbound directions between Shakopee and Maple Grove, with stops in Eden Prairie, Minnetonka, and Plymouth. For suburban residents that work in Maple Grove, the Maple Grove Transit Station is the hub. From here, Dial a Ride will take commuters to their workplace.
One of the main goals of this type of service is to demonstrate that bus service from suburb to suburb can work, and we're primarily targeting work trips.
Southwest Transit in Eden Prairie and Minnesota Valley Transit will provide the buses and drivers to operate the 494 route, which will run during the morning and afternoon rush hours.
There's a huge amount of jobs here, but it's spread out over a further area.
There's still more people than we really know that are truly transit dependent. They don't have that 1 and 2 and 3 cars at home like a lot of suburb homeowners might have.
The challenge ahead is to get the word out about the 494 bus route so this pilot program becomes a permanent option. The 494 route begins on January 19th. Coming up, the pressure is on. Can you strike gold with that last-minute gift? We will have some gift ideas up next.
And then later in sports, highlights from the opening night of the Armstrong-Cooper Holiday Classic Girls Hockey Tournament.
But first, good travel weather for Santa on Christmas Eve. It should stay dry. We'll be right back.
If you are a last-minute shopper, you are definitely not alone.
The National Retail Federation says 10% of people don't start shopping for Christmas until December 23rd. And if that's you, reporter Shannon Slatton has a few ideas for your last-minute gift ideas in today's Money Savers.
Actually, it isn't too bad. There aren't too many people shopping yet.
A dreary and somewhat drippy day doesn't stop the determined.
Yeah, I'm kind of a procrastinator, but you know, we get it done. It always seems to come together at the end.
From checking items off their list, no matter how long.
I'm looking for something specific. I got the list, but it's kind of big.
I'm kind of worried that we might be kind of late, but my mom, she's still trying to look.
To survive a last-minute shopping crowd that is sure to grow, shoppers have ideas.
Make sure you stick with the person you're standing next to. Hold on to their hand.
But the experts have a few others that could save you money.
If you don't want to leave home, then there are some things you can do online that you can buy online and then print at home.
Shop through sources like Groupon Getaways that allow you to give as a gift and disguise how much you spend. If you need something under the tree, don't forget about free site-to-store shipping.
I mean, I think people have put off shopping probably because they don't like shopping. And so, if you don't and you want to do it from home, don't forget that you can buy online and pick up in store for most major retailers.
Another under the tree idea is to give a subscription.
And you can buy one of those online and get it set up to send. And then you could just run into a local bookstore and pick up a hard copy, of a single issue and then wrap that.
Or consider giving the gift of a membership, many of which are on discount right now, including the Twin Cities Kids Club.
Right now you can get an annual family membership for 2016 for only $49.99.
If you are brave enough to hit the stores.
Check also with a lot of businesses in person, and because they may be offering a deal that they may not be putting out there for everyone to see.
For money savers.
Merry Christmas, enjoy. Don't spend too much money.
Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
Sage advice. If you do plan a trip to the mall, consider the deal at the Mall of America. If you spend more than $250 and take your receipts to the information desk, you get 2 free all-day passes to Nickelodeon Universe. Coming up, sounds and sights of the season.
First in sports, Hopkins and Champlin Park meet up in a high-scoring boys basketball matchup. John Jacobson with that and more when we come back. A lot of offense in this basketball game, and I tell you, Hopkins looks like they're for real.
They are very good, and they're deserving of the #1 ranking right now. Hopkins win over Apple Valley 10 days ago, pushed the Royals to the top of the Class 4A rankings. Unbeaten Champlin Park was hoping to give the Royals a good test before a full house at Champlin Park High School Tuesday night. Benny Shaheed sets up Ismail El-Amin on the backdoor cut for the Hopkins hoop. He scores 15 points in the night. McKinley Wright gets a steal for the Rebels and zips a bounce pass to Marcus Hill for a Rebels basket. Hill nets 19 in the game. Shaheed follows his own miss. He'll tap it in for an 18-12 Hopkins lead. Mello Atkins kicks it out to Aaron Klepner for a Rebels three-pointer. With less than a minute remaining in the first half, Wright with another steal, he'll cruise in for the bucket. Champlin Park down 41-35 at the break. Hopkins, though, starts the second half on a 12-3 run. Shaheed to El-Amin. He'll nail the three there. Royals up by 9. Hopkins holds Champlin Park big man Theo John to just 6-point steal here. And it's Amir Coffey for the dunk. 5 players score at least 14 points for the Royals. Hopkins plays fast all night, and they win easily. 101-82 the final.
I don't think there's a team that can run with us the way we run. We really work on transition offense and practice a lot, so that's really what we want to do. We want to push the ball, so when teams slow us down, it's kind of hard for us. But when we do transition, it's pretty tough for other teams.
They're pretty good. For the 20th straight year, the Armstrong-Cooper girls hockey program is hosting a holiday tournament. Coaches and players from the first tournament in 1996 had a ceremonial puck drop before the Armstrong-Cooper versus Champlin Park game. Now to the highlights. Armstrong-Cooper's Belle Reeves shooting, and then Kenzie Malone scoring as the Wings take a 1-0 lead in the first. The Rebels answer. As she's falling, Emily Stoll sets up Kaylee Martinson for the goal, and that's a 1-1 game. Megan Schuck slides the pass across to Martinson. She'll fire the shot home, and Champlin Park takes a 2-1 lead into the first intermission. Second period. Reeve on the rush, makes a nice move, zips a shot home to tie the game up 2-2 through 2 periods. Martinson continues her big night in the third period, stealing the puck at center and skating in alone to score her third of the night, and it's 3-2 Rebels. With the Wings on a late power play, Kaylee Wood steals the pass and springs Martinson for the empty net goal. She scores all 4 goals for the Rebels in a 4-2 win.
We played really good as a team, and we all stepped it up towards the second, and we played good in the third. So.
Totino Grace beat Minneapolis 5-1 in the other semifinals. So it's Champlin Park and Grace meeting in the championship live on Channel 12 and 12.tv. Wednesday night at 7, Armstrong-Cooper plays Minneapolis in the third place game at 7:15. In boys hockey, both Osseo and Champlin Park were looking for their first 2-game winning streaks of the season. Osseo traveling north to face the Rebels at the Ice Forum. Champlin Park's Derek Smith with a strong rush into the Orioles zone, then a behind-the-back pass to Ryan Ingram for the shot and goal. Rebels lead 1-0 in the first period. Same score in the third when Osseo's Max Johnson slams home a rebound off of Anthony Fetzik's shot, and Osseo has tied the game. The Orioles making a bid a short time later to take the lead, but freshman goalie Brennan Boyden makes the point-blank save on Cameron Perna. Under 2 minutes to play, Osseo goalie Jordan Mazzatilli trying to clear the puck, but it's intercepted by Smith, and he finds the open net for the game-winning goal. Champlin Park wins it over Osseo 2-1. At Maple Grove, the Crimson hosted Duluth East, and the Greyhounds skated away with a 5-1 win. Ryan Peterson scored 2 goals and added an assist for Duluth. Justin Kelly scored the lone goal for Maple Grove. And that is a look at sports for today.
Good highlights. Thanks,
yes,
John.
Thank you.
Still had a light display that will make you ask, how did they do that?
We'll be right back.
Our tour of holiday lighting displays in the Northwest Metro takes us to Maple Grove, where we found 2 very tall trees completely decorated with lights from top to bottom. This is in the 6400 block of Juneau Lane. Decorations must have had some help, or decorators rather, must have had some help reaching the tops of those trees. And we want to say thanks to everyone who emailed us with information about the lighting displays. We were able to get to 14 homes over the past couple of weeks. And that does it for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
And we leave you with more sounds of the season from their winter concert earlier this month. Here is the Plymouth Middle School 8th grade choir. We'll see you again tomorrow.
One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, praise the song, God can tell their tones. Gaily they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Ding dong dong.